going to start looking at complex sentences. Complex sentences. Now pay attention because it might confuse you with the compound sentences. A complex sentence is made up of an independent clause connected to a dependent clause that contains a subordinate conjunction such as since, if, because, although. Now, when we explain the examples, I'm sure you will get a clear understanding of what a complex sentence is. I didn't use the money, although I took it. I didn't use the money, although I took it. Now, you notice that although I took it doesn't make sense. Imagine that in the morning, I knock on your door, you open the door, and the first thing I say to you is, although I took it. I'm sure you look at me as though I'm crazy. So you see that you can't put this sentence there alone without having the first bit of the sentence there. So this here depends on this sentence. Although I took it depends on I didn't use the money. So this is an example of a complex sentence. Since the bag was old and dirty, Ajua threw it away. Again, if I wake up in the morning, I knock on your door and I say, since the bag was old and dirty, and then I turn around and go, you would think that I was mad. But here, because we have continued the sentence by adding Ajua threw it away, which can stand on its own, this qualifies as a complex sentence. In the last example, we have, I would have failed my exam if you hadn't taught me maths. If you hadn't taught me maths cannot be said on its own. It doesn't make sense standing on its own. But I would have failed the exam makes sense standing on its own. So this is the independent clause, and this here is the dependent clause. And together they form the complex sentence. So we're going to do a little exercise on the learning zone, and then we'll come back and look at the last type of sentence, which is the compound complex sentence.